on the very first play, you see the total athlete that Tamir is. So the quarterback's looking to throw it deep down the field, and Tamir is going to transform into a ball hawk. He's going to take it away from the wide receiver, and he's going to come up with the INT. But the question is, can he be physical? Watch him. He was at the top of your screen. He stuffs the runner right dead in his tracks. And then this next play, he's lining up in the same exact spot, but this time we're going to see him in man coverage. When he made the pick, he was in a deep zone. But right here, he's got to respect the slant on the goal line, which he shuts down. Then the kid goes into a double move and he bats it away.
All right, guys. Like I said, my guest today is one of the best freshmen in the state of Pennsylvania. He'll be a sophomore next year. He plays for Brashear High School. He's an absolute standout, has a ton of offers already into his young career. It is Tamir Robinson. Tamir, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So, my first question is, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Tamir Robinson. I go to Brashear High School. Freshman, play football, basketball. It's school first, sports after. One thing I like to do, I like to get to it. Like, if I'm working out, I like to get everything done. Like, I never like to come in last. So it's either first, second, third. I never come in last.
I like that, man. I like that. That's that competitive spirit, and I'm sure that's why you're, already being highly recruited, just because you have that mentality at such a young age. So, when I was watching your highlights, I was like, okay, like I see why this, kid's being recruited for sure, and I literally kept forgetting that you're just a freshman. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many kids. Like when I was a freshman in high school, we had a freshman team. Like, we didn't play varsity football.
Hey.
So, there's so many kids. Like, I just had, a few Central Catholic kids on there, and they're like, yeah, you don't get to play as a freshman, which is the norm. But the fact that you're not only playing, but you're playing at an extremely high level at such a young age is really, really crazy. And I kept forgetting the whole time I was watching your film. So you're definitely an extremely talented player. The first question I have for you is, so if anybody isn't aware in the Pittsburgh area, or if someone's watching outside of the Pittsburgh area, is you go to Brashear High School, and normally in the Pittsburgh area and around the surrounding areas, you play in the WPIAL, which is the western part of Pennsylvania. That's their football classification. But you playing at Brashear, you actually play for the City League, which is a little bit different. Do you feel like, you like representing for the City League, or do you feel like it's a little bit of a disadvantage that you're not in the WPIAL?
I actually love representing for the city because the exposure that, Dayon Hayes, the exposure he was getting, he brought it to the city, and then now I'm getting the exposure, and then I could keep it going, and everybody else in the city could keep getting offers, and WPIAL, they already have all that, so they're already all noticed. The city's not really noticed like that, so represent for the cities, that's big.
Yeah, and I love that. And, we've seen a lot of high-level players make it to the NFL from the City League. I just feel like sometimes people sleep on the City League, and they definitely shouldn't, because you're getting some of the best athletes in the area.
My whole Little League career going into high school, they're don't go to the city, you're not going to get recognized. I just ignored it, and I went to the city, and I balled out.
I like it, man. I like it. And I've had quite a few kids in the recent past. Nakai Johnson was one of them, where he was so passionate about representing the city. And it's just so cool to hear, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who are about me and me only. But to hear, young men like you guys talk about, not only you want to do well for yourself, but you want to represent your team and you want to represent your city, is just really cool to be from the same area, and to hear you guys talk so highly of the Pittsburgh area.
Yep.
So how crazy is it, do you feel that you're being so highly recruited as a freshman? Were you expecting this?
I mean, with the season I played 5 games because I came in late. And because I wasn't going to play football, I was just going to play basketball going into high school. And then one day the security guard, he's the coach, so he came in my class and was like, I heard you play football. Why don't you want to play for us? And then that day I was just like, I'll just play. So my first game I played, I ended up getting in the first quarter, the second drive. And I played the whole game, started for the rest of the season. And ever since then, I got my first hit, and I'm just like, oh, this is high school football. And then, but like as you said, it doesn't feel crazy really because like the season I had, but as a freshman, it does seem like a little weird. Like you got a lot of pressure on you, and then like with all the schools looking at you, you don't. Especially with the pandemic going on right now, like you can't visit anywhere, so like you don't know where you want to go. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rare that you see these kinds of like, and again, we're not talking about small time offers, and we'll talk about what offers you have here in a second, but we're talking big time offers at such a young age. That's crazy, man. Like I said, when I first started reading about you, I could not believe you had these offers at such a young age. So you mentioned that you were thinking about not playing football at high school, but you played early on. Why were you considering just playing basketball?
Um, I had like I played summer basketball and it was like super fun. And then like I don't know, I won a championship on it for Little League my last year playing. And then high school, it's just like I knew all my brothers would be going to a different school, but they always went to the same school. Like they all went to go play for Westinghouse. So I'm like, I'm be playing away from them, and it's just gonna be weird. Like I'm not gonna have the bond with the other teams. But
No, that makes sense. Now, do you feel like you're a better basketball player than a football player, or do you feel like you're just, you're exceptional at both?
I'm exceptional at both.
I like
But
it.
I do feel like I'm a little better at football, but hey.
Now, do you have a preference of like which one? Like, let's say right now, a genie comes out and they will grant you a wish, and they say you can play a professional sport. Do you want to play in the NFL or NBA?
I would play NFL.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Now, so I mentioned that you have high level offers. Can you talk about where all you have offers already?
All right, so I have an offer from William & Mary, Pitt, West Virginia, Syracuse, Penn State, and Michigan.
It's crazy, man. That's crazy. Do you have a dream school that you're hoping, and it doesn't have to be anytime soon, you have a lot of playing time left, but do you have a dream school that you're kind of hoping reaches out? And obviously, if you have a dream school, it doesn't mean you're going to attend that school.
Yeah, my dream school, I always growing up, I always looked at Auburn ever since they had beat Alabama in that championship game and missed field goal. I always loved Auburn ever since then.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's definitely a different one. Auburn. You see a lot of those Alabama kids go to Auburn. So that's an interesting one that you want to go to that area and you'd pick Auburn. Now, do you have anybody talking to you about basketball? Like any college coaches reaching out to you or anything like that?
No, not really. Nope.
Not yet. Okay. And I'm sure it's coming. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're a freshman. The fact that you're playing at this level is just silly. And you mentioned this briefly, but I don't think some people are aware. But like when you're playing like travel league basketball and the AAU circuit, it's gotten so crazy that basketball more than almost any other sport is almost kind of, if you're trying to take it seriously, it kind of takes up all of your time. Because basketball can be year round.
Yeah.
But with you playing at a high level and you're traveling and whatnot, who are some of the players that you've played against, in your young career that you think are, some of the best players you've played against?
I really never played against like anyone big time, like all the big time players out right now. But there's definitely a lot of tough Pittsburgh kids that I played against, and that's on my basketball team.
Okay, I like it, man. Now, you said you had the preference between football over basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's something that might change in the future, or you think that football's kind of going to be your meal ticket at the next level?
I feel like football's gonna be my meal ticket.
I like it, and it's all about, man. I try to tell kids this. You see the statistics of playing professional football, and it's not very high. You know what I mean? It definitely takes special. But the one thing I try to tell everybody, and you mentioned this, and I'm so glad you mentioned this at the beginning, is you said school comes first, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do get, like you're talking about, William and Mary, let's say that's probably the least known football school of all the schools you mentioned, but they are so great academically. Penn State stand out academically and those kinds of things that you're going to set yourself up to get a free education and get to play a game that you love. And even if you never make pro, you know what I mean? It's still just really a dream come true. And, I'm glad to hear you say you take school that seriously. So it, you know what I mean? I think that shows a lot of your character.
Yep.
Now, do you have a bold statement that you would like to make either for yourself? It could be for football, it could be for basketball, it could be for like Brashear, anything like that. Do you have a bold statement you'd like to make?
Not at this time, no.
Okay, I like it. Staying humble.
Yeah.
And then give me a message for young athletes.
Young athletes, stay in the books, train hard, never want to come in last, never get outworked, listen to your parents, and just do you. Stay out the streets and everything.
And I like that, man. And that's great advice. Just work, man. Like, honestly, it sounds so simple and it sounds too easy, but it really is that simple, that easy. Just work. All right, so let's play some rapid fire questions, okay? First one. What did you want to be as a kid? Like, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Sports manager.
Okay, I like it. What's cooler, dunking on someone or blocking someone and pinning them off the backboard?
Blocking someone and pinning them off the backboard.
I agree. So I've been saying this forever, man. They make this big deal about when people do poster dunks, but I think like the poster block's cooler than the poster dunk.
Look, I love blocking people off the backboard.
Yeah, I'm with you. Favorite NFL player of all time?
I'll say Calvin Johnson.
Ooh, Megatron. I like it. Favorite NBA player of all time?
Kevin Durant.
KD. Least favorite sport?
Soccer.
I agree. I'm not a big soccer guy. Favorite sports movie?
That's a hard one. I'll say Waterboy.
Okay. I think you ever seen White Man Can't Jump? It's like an older movie.
Nope.
That's a good one, man. It's got like Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. It's a basketball movie. It's a good one.
It sounds funny.
What is your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? All American.
Ooh, I like that one. I've been watching that one a lot. Yeah, that's good. What is your favorite type of music and who's your favorite artist?
Rap and Polo G.
Okay. What is your least favorite food that everybody else likes?
Ribs.
Really?
Yep.
That's a different one, man. Okay.
My mom says that to me all the time. She's like, "Why don't you like ribs?" I don't know. I just don't like. I'm not a big fan of them. And crab legs.
You know what? So me and my wife were just talking about this the other day because like I was doing some of my rapid fire questions with her. We were driving around and we said the same thing. Like, I feel like it's too much work for crab legs and how much food you get. Like,
way too much work.
Where's the best place to get a burger?
Best place to get a burger? Five Guys.
Five Guys, good. And then what do you like on your burger?
Bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayo, and cheese.
I like it. And then last one is celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush, Zendaya.
Okay. No, man, I appreciate you coming on the show. It's definitely really cool. And I hope that, you had a good time because I'd love to have you on because you're going to be in the Pittsburgh area for a while as you finish up your high school career. So I'd definitely love to have you back on. I'm going to be checking you out and rooting for you. And like I said, man, if you're not aware of this kid, make yourself aware because he's going to be a name to be reckoned with. So again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you like the content, make sure you click like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.